right, now on to a Fox News exclusive. The Department of Homeland Security now barring staffers from the Democratic-led House Oversight Committee from visiting border facilities this week after, quote, disruptive behavior on their last trip. Joining us now, Juan Williams, Fox News political analyst and co-host of The Five. Juan, good morning to you.
Good morning, Sandra.
So they apparently were disruptive. They refused to follow instructions during their last trip. So they're making the case, Democrats are saying, oh, they just didn't like what we were seeing at the border. So what's going on here? This
is politics, and it's politics overlaid on the immigration issue, which is highly political. But in this situation, what you have is Department of Homeland Security saying on the last visit, attempts to take pictures, to do interviews, proved to be disruptive to them. And they're saying you also had a situation where, in some cases, members of the congressional delegation even crossed over the border. And again, they're saying that's contrary to their rules. What you're hearing from Elijah Cummings, who's the chair of the Oversight Committee, is in fact that DHS doesn't want reports on the conditions and the kind of experiences that people are having, very negative experiences. So the question is that fair for him to say that based on what we are hearing directly from DHS and CBP facilities, who said that the staff behavior interfered with law enforcement operations on the ground there. They refused to leave one site after their scheduled window, causing problems, and then they were skipping other tours where officials were waiting for them on the ground. They never showed. So time was being wasted, and they were also reportedly rude to officers. So there was a lot going on here, including not abiding by the rules and the time limits that were set. So were they right to say not this time? No, because these are elected members of Congress, and they are a branch of government. So they may report to the executive, but Congress has oversight responsibilities, and this is the Oversight Committee. So what you get here is, we are a government of laws, and we should have the ability for our elected officials to go and see if laws are being followed. And now you get a situation, again, I say, that's the kind of, cut and dry approach. But the politics here are so intense. You have policies being put in place.
By the way, it wasn't a firm no on. They could have said, we will commit to abiding by the rules and the time frames.
Correct.
DHS says unless we receive a firm commitment that the committee and its staff will comply fully with all existing guidelines and policies. So they could have said, okay, absolutely, set the rules, we'll follow them, and then we would be allowed to go.
But that would negate the ability of the congressional officials to investigate the conditions in the detention centers and at the border.
All right, that conversation will